everyone, it's Wendy here from Wendy Wise Beauty. Thanks for stopping by and for visiting me on my channel. Today I will be doing a video about a very special fragrance that I picked up about 3 weeks ago. I have been using it, wearing it, playing with it, sharing it with friends, and finally today I am going to give you my final thoughts on this fragrance. For those of you who are stopping by my channel for the first time, my name is Wendy and I do beauty videos. I do a lot of makeup videos, perfume videos, and I also do skincare. If this is a subject matter which interests you, I would love to have you as a subscriber on my channel. Feel free to join the family. We are a very fun group of people on this channel, so please feel free to hit the subscribe button and send me a few comments every now and then. For my returning subscribers, thank you so very much. I love and appreciate all of you, and thank you for supporting my channel. Guys, the fragrance I would like to talk to you about today, it is from Khadlaj and it is from their Empire series of fragrances. They do have 4 fragrances in this series. There is Empress, Regent, I believe. There is Crown, and then there is Victor. Guys, the first time I saw this fragrance, it was, I believe, in late spring. I was really at that time researching and getting to know Khadlaj fragrances, and I was on their website in Dubai. I had a cart full, and at the time they did have this fragrance, but they were not shipping it to Europe. And as you guys know, a lot of these Arabian fragrance brands, they do only ship to Europe with express shipping, which was very expensive. I really wanted this fragrance and Empress, and also 3 or 4 other fragrances, so it wasn't worth the time to get the other fragrances and not get this, so I decided to wait until this was in Europe. This is what Empress looks like. The packaging, it is stunning and beautiful, yeah? Like most of the Khadlaj packaging, this is the inside packaging, library packaging. There's a bit of ribbon detailing, and the fragrance is in here. What I like about this, yeah, sometimes it's a bit hard getting these bottles out of here, especially if you have nails. So there is this ribbon that you can just pull this and the bottle comes quite easily out of the packaging. The cover remains, so this is what this looks like. Guys, I have been using this fragrance for a couple of weeks, so this is not brand new. It's not an unboxing. I just want to show you guys how beautiful this is. So this is the packaging. And the fragrance, it is called Victor. This is the most feminine of the 4 fragrances from what I can tell. So not sure why it is called Victor. But guys, this bottle, it is absolutely stunning. There is some fine detailing at the bottom here. This is metal. The bottle is glass. This is here plastic, and the top is plastic. The presentation of this fragrance, it is so beautiful. They did put a lot of thought into this. It is a gourmand fragrance. It has a top note of vanilla, caramel, and lemon. The heart note, it is jasmine, vanilla blossom, and cedarwood, and it is laid on a bed of vanilla bean, powdery musk, and sandalwood. I tend to allow these fragrances to macerate prior to doing a full review, but this fragrance, it has not changed. It has not, I can say, gotten better or gotten worse. It is the same fragrance now since the first day I sprayed it. When I sniff this fragrance directly from the bottle, this reminds me of a very opulent French dessert, a lemon dessert. When I sprayed this, it automatically evoked memories of a restaurant that I used to go to in Ilhausen in France with a best friend of mine. We went there for birthdays and special dinners, and they always had the most beautiful custard and cream desserts and a lot of lemon and lime. And this is what this smells like. I do not sense any kind of burnt caramel notes in the opening of this fragrance. There is a very aromatic lemon note which is combined with vanilla. It comes out more like a lemon vanilla cream. It is very, very inviting. The opening of this fragrance, it is not too foody, it is not too cloying. It is the type of opening when you smell this, you just want to spray and spray and spray because you want more of the fragrance. Another note which is quite present in this fragrance, it is the cedar note. It does add a very special touch to the fragrance. It is very hard to describe. It is, sometimes it can smell a little bit like a very light cardamom. Sometimes I think there is a hint of nutmeg, but it is not listed as a note. Maybe a very soft sweet nutmeg, but this is not at all spicy oriental fragrance. It is just pleasing and easygoing. The floral note in this fragrance, it is not too present, but what I immediately picked up on as the fragrance developed, it is a slight indole note which is coming from the jasmine. The jasmine, it's not loud, it is not too abrasive. It adds a very nice indole touch, and when this mixes in with this lemon cream note, it is absolutely beautiful. It is not an offensive indole note, but there is a slight indole note which makes this very sexy. It is not just a gourmand fragrance. There is a little bit of naughtiness, dirtiness in this fragrance. There is a bit of a musk accord, a powdery musk accord as stated in the notes. But when this fragrance is in the dry down phase, pretty much a lot of the notes, this touch of lemon, touch of cream, it is still there. Guys, this is absolutely beautiful and it is a fragrance to try. By the way, if you are in Europe, I did find an online store in Italy where I can buy samples of Arabian fragrances, Middle Eastern fragrances. It is much better to lose €2 as opposed to 30-40 euros. I will link this into the description box. I was so happy to find this because I have been buying all these fragrances blind. But anyway, guys, this is one of the most distinctive fragrances I have tried, I would say, in the last year. It is very different, it is very beautiful, easy to wear. I am not aware of any other fragrances where I would say that this is an inspiration of. It is a gourmand fragrance, it is vanilla and lemon. There are so many vanilla fragrances on the market, but this one, it is a different take on vanilla. The vanilla in here, it smells very rich, very expensive. It is something different with the lemon. I am so tired of sugary vanilla fragrances or vanilla boozy fragrances, yet this has been overdone to the point that if I see another boozy vanilla fragrance, I will kill myself. This fragrance, it is a Middle Eastern fragrance, but I would put this fragrance right up there with my niche fragrances that I am paying 200-300 euros for. By the way, I just purchased Blanche Bete, which is another niche fragrance. The review is coming up, and this fragrance, it is in the same class, but this one, it is a bit more distinctive. The list price on the Khadlaj website, it is about 45 euros, but this is selling for about 75 euros in Europe. Like I said, there are a lot of parfumeries which are doubling, tripling the prices of these fragrances online. Parfumeries, the smaller parfumeries, and also on eBay. But I do see this now coming to your traditional Middle Eastern fragrance shops online, and they are charging the normal price. Granted, Victor is always sold out, so please do your homework. Let me know when you get this and what you think about this. This is for me a 10+ fragrance. It's a niche fragrance. There are so many fragrances out there which are being classified as niche. A lot of these fragrances, I smell them and they are typical department store fragrances. A niche fragrance needs to have something special, something which is new, a new take on a particular note. And you will get this in this fragrance. This is simply marvelous. Next one in the Empire line, it is called Crown. It is this fragrance here. I did pick up a sample of this fragrance from this online shop I just told you guys about. The online shop, it is called Zaoud Profumi Arabi di Niccia. I am not affiliated in any way with this business. I just thought I would pass this along because for us girls living in Europe, you know, we are always buying blind these Arabic fragrances. So I was happy to find this shop, and I got quite a few samples of fragrances, especially the Arabic Middle Eastern fragrances, which are in the price range of about 150 to 200. I mean, buying those blind and ending up with something you don't like, yeah, this is very depressing. If the fragrance is costing 29 euros, it's okay, but when they're in the price range of 150 and above, yeah, this is something different. Continuing, Crown, it is one of the citrus fragrances from this line. When I read the notes, I thought it was very masculine sounding. The top note of Crown, it is grapefruit. The heart note, it is ginger and amber tone. And the base note, it is musk, vetiver, patchouli and ambroxan. It is classified as a citrus fragrance, which is spicy and woody. To my nose, this is citrus. It is a bit woody, but I don't find it to be overtly spicy. This is a very soft, you can say well blended citrus fragrance. It is right in the middle. And when I smelled this, the fragrance which I immediately thought of was Louis Vuitton Afternoon Swim, and also this one from Nofstag. This is Cat and it is number 4. I have done a full review of this fragrance. However, the one from Khadlaj, it is a bit more, you can say, softer, a bit more sophisticated. My husband, he is not a big perfume person. He will wear perfume, but it has to be decent and it should not have much sillage. And when I smelled this, I immediately thought this is one for him. I do like this very much and I will wear it when I buy it for my husband. It will be a gift for both of us. Guys, in terms of this versus afternoon swim, I have not tried afternoon swim in quite a while, but my problem with this fragrance is that it has zero lasting power. I do spray this in the Louis Vuitton shop, and you know, normally when you are spraying these fragrances, you go around, and by the time I am back, the fragrance, it has already dissipated. There is not much left. Honestly, with this line from Louis Vuitton, the only one that I have seriously considered is Matière Noire. And this one, the lasting power, it is not so great, but at the same time, it is still a nice fragrance. Back to Crown. This fragrance, in the opening, I can sense a bit of more sweet ginger. It is not overtly spicy with a lot of citrus. There is not a lot of musk in the fragrance, but the patchouli adds a bit of greenness. This is very pretty, and if you are into citrus fragrances, this is one to try. By the way, it is an inferno here in Central Europe, and honestly, I think for most of this summer, if things don't change, I will most likely be wearing a lot of my citrus fragrances. The next one I do want to try from this line, it is the one called Empire Empress. Even though it's called Empress, this one seems to be a bit more on the masculine side based on the notes. I'm not sure. What kept me from picking this up when I picked up Victor, it is the leather note in the base. I have not seen any reviews on this one, and also I have not seen it online. In Empress, let me see. It is Davina oil. I am translating from German. Sometimes it takes a bit of time to figure out what this is in English. So there is Davina oil, bergamot, rose and pepper in the opening. Then there's white amber, rosemary and oud in the heart note. And then there is musk, leather and vetiver. The note, like I said, which I am a bit iffy about, is the leather. A lot of these fragrances, they list notes, and some of them, they are not pronounced at all, but a leather base. I am very picky about leather, so I have to think about this one. I will definitely not be picking it up in this ridiculous price range where it is more than doubled the recommended sale price. So this one is coming up soon. I am so sorry I crooned on for so long, but when I find a fragrance which is as special as this one, I have to talk about it. And I did wear this fragrance for, like I said, quite a few weeks, making sure, you know, I wore it in some cooler days, and then it is very hot now. I am still loving it, and it did not change with maceration. So this is one that, yeah, it behaves, you can say, like a Western fragrance. I got it in the mail from Italy, where everything shakes. And when I first sprayed it, like I said, it was love at first sniff. Anyway, guys, thanks for tuning in. Hope to see you again soon on my channel. Please do not forget to subscribe, give me a thumbs up. By the way, I also have a review of, like I said, Blanche Bete and also Jean-Paul Gaultier, Scandale Absolu. This is also coming up. Tschüss!